Hello. A couple of y'all asked me to make a little walkthrough of how I did the ambient, generative ambient on the Digitakt. For the record, I've only had the Digitakt itself for about 2 weeks. Most of my experience with the sequencer and everything comes from the model cycles, which I've had for about, I want to say, close to 6 months now. So maybe there's a better way of doing it on here that I don't know about compared to the model cycles, but I'm going to do my best to explain how I did what I did. To start off with, I have this track. This is actually me playing the piano on the Digitakt, and I'll show you how I did that in a little bit. It is a really long sample. Let me find it. There it is. It's a really long sample. Kind of. To make it, hear me. I think it's there. It's down tuned quite a bit. That's what it sounds like here. And I down tuned it 36 semitones, which gives it a nice like washy sound. But the way I got that was I created a scale mode. I kind of created a half-assed scale mode using, I got this piano sample from Cuckoo's really nice piano sample pack. This one is the, let's see if it says it here, Marina from one of the packs. I forget exactly which one. I think it was the Mojo? I think it was this one. No, this is Marina. And I thought it sounded nice, and I wanted to play something with it. And literally, I just did that. I think there's no reverb on it or anything. And I just got this sequence here. Just me messing around. I didn't really have any like main chordal structure in mind. But it's actually to what I did to record it though, because I had a really long sequence. Did I think I messed this up somewhere. Didn't I have? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, it's just. It's just that sequence. I sped it up. I could have sworn I did something differently. I don't remember. I know I did something differently to make it a little bit longer, but I just sped it up or sampled it because I didn't want 33 seconds of recording. I wanted it to be a bit more condensed. So I tuned everything up by 2 octaves, and then I went here and I took that recorded sample and down tuned it 36. So it kind of gave it the washed out feeling we hear here. That's just for the track 1. So that's just a really long sample. Just me messing on the piano, playing it, sounds nice, great. Then I took that. I took this track. Let's see if it'll. Can I make it trigger? I believe I have it set to do this. And this is just a saw wave. I took it from the toolbox. Set to forward loop, obviously. And I've got two. I used the 2 LFO trick because I was like, we got 2 LFOs, now I have to use them. So I took the LFO2, and LFO1 is affecting the loop spot. So it's kind of, I forget exactly what effect it is. It's like, it's kind of like amplitude modulation, I think, but also not really. And then it's just like, it's really subtle. It's not affecting it too much at all. But it goes from that to just a way more dynamic sound. Really long attack, really slow decay. I think the actual melody. all set to... I wonder why it's not doing it. There we go. That's the melody there. I just kind of played it over top the chord progression that I played. And then I just bunch of attack, bunch of reverb, and I just put some LFOs on it, called it good. That was it. Really not too much going on with that one. As far as the sequencing goes, though, on this one, on track 1, I have these trigless trigs. So it plays this. And I have here, I've got this one set to trigger on the neighboring. So the way the neighboring works, if you don't know, is it goes off of the previous track whenever its previous trigger actually goes through. So like this one is a not previous. So if that if that event triggers, then the neighboring track will be triggered. It's kind of difficult to wrap your head around, but it makes sense when you get used to it. So what I've got this one doing, it's a 99% chance to trigger. So what I want to happen is I want this trigger here to cause this one to start playing the next time it comes around. But I gave it a 99% chance, just like every 1% the melody will take an extra 8 bars to come in. And this one is playing really slow. It is going at an 1/8 of the beats per minute, just because it's such a long sample. I want it to play all the way through. So this one actually re-triggers it at the start of the sample. And at the end I've got this one. This one is a 9% chance, and it just cuts off the sample. I know there's a way to do MIDI loopback using one of the nicer MIDI cable things. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know Aldo, he does some really cool generative music with the Digitakt. That's what he uses to make his generative stuff. This is just me messing with the sequencers and whatnot. On this one, I've got the bass. This one I sequence a little bit differently. This is running at also an 1/8 of a scale, but it only goes for 5 bars. Excuse me. And I've just each bar here I have one note. I've got C5, A#4, G#4, and D#4. Just notes in the scale that would make good bass tones. And I've got a trigless trig here with a 41% chance to trigger. And all that one is doing is triggering this one. And so I have here on the first step, I have just a huge, just all 16 bars. This is just a granular synth engine kind of thingy. It's how I know to do granular on the Digitakt. You just take LFO, not that one, LFO, affect the start of the sample, and it just kind of glides through. I can show you here, give me a second. There we go. And it just kind of goes through there. I try to make it a bit more interesting with LFO2 affecting the speed of LFO1, so it's not just like a constant thing. I like it. All the way reverb, all the way delay, of course. It's ambient, what are you gonna do? But basically this bass track, just every, I don't know, whatever percent chance this thing happens, 41%, whenever this one hits it, that will trigger that sequence there. Just so it's a bit, it doesn't always come up, but when it does come up, it's not obnoxious. I don't know. I thought it sounded cool, so I did it. But that was really the only melodic stuff I had. These 4 tracks are just some little ambient things. I've got the sine wave here. I think this is the same thing. What are these just all? I think they're all just C5. There's just 1% chance for a C sine wave. I think, is that? Oh no, it's a percussion sound that I put. I believe I remember what this was. This was a hi-hat sound that I put a bunch of delay on, and I had the panning and the tuning go really random, and it created this kind of effect. Let's see if I can it creates this effect. I thought it was kind of cool. It's, you can't even tell it's a hi-hat anymore, but it's, let's see if I can make the original sample come back. Probably not, without a bunch of work. Anyways, it's just a hi-hat with a bunch of modulation to create this kind of weird echoey thing. I believe on this one, nope, is it this one? This one. I've just got the sine wave. And all it's doing is just every first of the bar, there is a 90% chance it'll show up. This one, they don't show up on the first time through though. That was one of the things I did, just to create like kind of a bit of a progression. Actually, I don't think the percentage affects them. I'm not sure. That's one of the things I haven't quite figured out, is if the percentage affects triggers that have computational probability to them. I'm not sure. I haven't figured it out. I don't think they do. I think if you put a condition on a trig, it overrides probability, which I wish it didn't. I wish it was like a 90% chance to trigger based on the condition, but that's just how it works. It's still very powerful regardless. But yeah, this just comes up. It doesn't show up the first time. And it just it added a nice little over top part to the whole track. And then this one, I believe, is just it's just a bass drum with a load of reverb and delay. And the LFO is affecting the pan and the tuning, just so it kind of shows in random spots every now and then. For this one was a bongo sample I got off Samplified. And I kind of did the same granular trick here, but I also affected the length of the loop. So it's a forward loop, and it just like goes all over the place, which was a nice little percussion-y, but not really percussion-y thing to add to the top of the track. And these are just, I believe, just a 1% chance to show up every now and then. I probably could have done a little bit more work to kind of get the probabilities right on everything, but it was late at night, and it was just kind of something to do to wind down to bed. So it is what it is. I thought it was fun though. Hopefully, it gave you some ideas. Maybe there's a better way of doing this. Like I said, I haven't had the Digitakt itself for that long yet. All of my experience comes from the cycles. This might have specific ways of doing things that I haven't learned about yet. Go check out Aldo's stuff if you really want to get into generative ambient and other generative music. Aldo has some really good work on the Digitakt. I don't think he's doing as much of it right now, but his tutorial should still be up, and it's really good. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that little breakdown of the ambient track. I will peace out. I'm gonna go. It's only like 9 o'clock right now, and I've got work in the morning, but it's fine. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.